I got one more. I got one more thing I just want to ask real quick, right? 'Cause I know you mentioned it a bunch of times. Like you needed your credit fixed. So like, what's your opinion of like those fast, quick fix credit companies?
Or the
like
ones that cash forgiveness now, like credit forgiveness now. Are they scams?
what do they do?
Like sound scams while the guy that we talking like, are you in debt?
Yeah. It's like, hey,
the
come to my
IRS
company.
Are you in pain? Do you need law?
Right. Shoot.
What do they do? Like,
So I wouldn't recommend them.
okay,
I
that
wouldn't
makes
recommend
sense.
them because what they do is they'll negotiate for you, right? In order to get all your debt out, but then they'll charge you almost 2 times what you owed.
What?
Yeah.
So how? But then how? How? First off, how
Or you're
is
about,
that?
like national debt relief and shit like that. Right?
I'm talking about the small companies.
The small companies that advertise that stuff. So first off, how? I mean, we're getting close to time. How are they allowed to continue to do that and not be considered a scam? It's because they're offering you a service, and that's their price.
But it's also still cheaper than you paying off the debt, right?
But he said it's double the double what you owe, with the debt you were gonna pay already.
It'll be double. It'll be at least double.
So I'm guessing
double
that
of what you owe, or double what you could have negotiated.
Of what you owed.
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. Like how could those continue to exist?
Because
I feel like
sustainable.
what they'll do is they'll buy off your debt, right? Let's say you owe $20,000, right?
Right.
They'll buy off your debt. They'll renegotiate. They'll spend maybe $7,000, but at the end you'll be spending double.
So for you, and then you would owe that company $40,000.
There you go.
but I think the difference is like I think
14.
Oh,
Right.
So not double what you owed the bank.
No,
double
What they
got
paid.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, so
that's
then
what
it
they're
is
doing.
less. So instead of 20,000, you pay 14,000.
Right,
$6,000.
I know.
But what they did is that they negotiated. So you can negotiate. You can negotiate.
You can do that yourself.
Huh?
or you can
Where?
You can negotiate.
Where's it at?
Just an FYI, right? Just an FYI. Let's say if you go into debt collection, right? Right. If they're calling you, they're constantly calling you. Hey, we're calling you from X, Y, and Z, right? Just let them know straight up. Hey, listen. All right. Who you're trying to talk to. All right. Whatever you're telling me, send it to me in writing. You have all my information. I don't have to give you anything because you already have it. Send me all that information in writing. And don't forget to send me that contract that I signed for that debt that you're trying to collect. If they don't have that contract that you signed for, let's say, that car that you purchased, right? It's a done deal. You just basically start your process with the credit bureaus, and then you can get that removed. So the thing is educating the people to, hey, you do have options, right? Sometimes we're like, oh, sure, I owe this company $7,000, right? But remember, they're debt collectors. If they don't have that information, right, or that contract that you sign, it's a done deal. You can get that removed from your credit report.
Yeah, I worked something called, I think it was called Claro for the summer, and it was a debt court, like credit card debt court. And the big thing was, by the time they bring you to court, 9 times out of 10, your debt has been sold to another party. And there are laws that basically say that, let's say Chase sold your credit to this company, and like it's a company that buys debt. That's all it does. They can only sell the debt, like the ownership of the debt, but they can't sell your like your financial information. Like they can't sell your social security card. And on your contract for that debt was all this pertinent information that they cannot give to this other person. So because of that, these people are walking around with a receipt from Chase saying, I own Jack's debt. But in a court of law, they would not be able to actually prove it. So you can go into that part and you can sit there and maybe you can, the negotiation at that point, if it's $1,000, it'll be like, I'll drop it to 100 because they bought that debt pennies on the dollar. Or you can just sit there and go, let's go to trial, baby. Because if I, like, you take me on the stand and I simply go, I don't recall ever having this debt. They're going to be stuck in a situation where they don't got much left. And then a judge is going to sit there and say, you don't owe it. And then you're going to have a final resolution from a court saying that this person doesn't actually own your debt. And like Randy said, you can get it removed at that point. You'd have to then start a whole new process. But, woo!
That was intense.
A lot of good
That was intense. And I'm just sitting there like, Lord, I got more work to do. I got work to do.
Always more work for you, man. So,
No, seriously, like I'm dead ass. Like I really don't want to do anything. I just want you to tell me, Bridget, this is the information I need, and I give it to you. And Bridget, this is what we're gonna do. Okay. Like I'm not saying I don't want to learn. That's not what I'm saying. I still want you to tell me what the hell is happening. Okay. But in the quickest and laymanest, that's not even a word. That's not even a word. In the quickest terms possible.
Randy's gonna hold you down. We gonna figure this out.
Yes, please, Lord Jesus.